Alright guys, I'm back. I'm going to talk about this, which is, some people will call it a chicken stick. But essentially what you have is something that's not conductive. In this case it's just a piece of plastic. At the end of it you'll have a conductor. Just kind of bend a staple around.
Dad, why are you, Dad?
Conductor. Alligator clip so I can clip this to the ground. One of the first things I want to do before I hook this up is make sure that I've got a good conduction path on this and that it actually is conducting electricity, because I don't want to hook it up and find out that it's not conducting. So, multimeter. Okay, so we know the meter works. We'll take one end and the other. And yes, we do have a good conduction path. Now, I'll take this and hook it somewhere in the chassis to make a ground connection. I think it's probably a good place. Now, well again, test this against another part of the chassis here. In fact, I'm testing it against the ground panel of the plug, which tells me that this is grounded now. Now with this being grounded, using one hand only, going underneath this suction cup here, make sure we make contact. The electrical contacts underneath that suction cup. Looks like we've made good contact here. Yeah, we can safely say that that's been, the high voltage has been taken care of on that. Disconnect high tension lead. There you go. And there's the high tension lead. Thoroughly disconnected from the monitor. Okay, at this point we don't actually need that anymore. Now there are still capacitors on the main board down here that are charged, so we need to be aware of that. And I am trying to ascertain the best way to start working on removing this board. So what I'm going to do now is to get access to the rest of this, I'm going to try to take this front bezel off here. Hope that I'm not going to cause the CRT to like fall out or something like that. bracket back there actually holds the CRT onto the main board. Okay, that's not the one I undid. Good. Not quite ready to actually pull the picture tube off because, hey, you know, everything's big and heavy and there's a lot of wires connected to it. But I'm wondering, wow, look at all that dust. That screw has to come out too. Actually, what I'm going to do, I do not want that CRT to fall down on this control board. So I'm going to situate it just like that. Actually, I thought it was right here. This board down here on the bottom is pretty much, I think, the main power supply for everything. Where the flyback transformer and everything else is. Actually, if that's the degaussing coil right there. Okay, so I'm going to start unplugging things. That's one of a few connectors. Some stuff on the control board on the neck. There's a big one right there. I think that's probably for the degaussing. Right there. Good, clean, destructive grounding straps. Look at that one. Imagine how much card that takes. What a card to degauss. Still something. Oh, yes. Flyback is still plugged in. Plus some other. Oh, yeah. Tell coil. Loctite on this. It's not nearly as locked down as I thought it would be. By the way, I'm not doing it because I kind of forgot to do it, but when working on something like this, it's always best to wear rubber-soled shoes. Oh wait, I see where that comes out now. Oh, I was thinking of... Whoops. And I cracked some plastic. What's that from? Oh, down there in the coil holder. Whoa. Look at that. Man, that's really... plastic there. Well, there's your problem. Okay, still got that one there. Okay, now got the power supply out. There's here's what I'm going for. That's what I call the Holy Grail. Flyback. Okay. Little tour here. Let's see, we've got a pretty big capacitor there. These yellow block-like things appear to be capacitors too. The red things are capacitors. And a couple of inductors. There's a pretty good size inductor somewhere back there. I think that may be a transformer, I'm not sure. Yeah, a couple more little transformers here. And here's this power switch. Check this guy out. Okay, power switch. Over there, way over there on the other side. Right there. Doot, 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 doot. Follow along, and it ends up in the back. Right by the power plug, by the way. Must be a reason for that, but you can see you have to push this really long arm to actuate the power switch. Interesting how they engineer things. So, looking at this, fair number of capacitors. They look like they're in pretty good shape. He's working on some kind of polyester capacitor down there. I don't know. Bunch of electrolytics. There's that one. I think that's a. I think that's an inductor. And lots of wires. Lots of wires. And this is the control board that was sitting on the back of the CRT. And this pretty much handles all the signals to get to the picture tube. There's that connector that holds it to the CRT. And flyback. So now it's a matter of getting the board off the chassis. That heatsink. More heat sinks, more heat sinks. And pulling out the flyback.